All right, guys, we had 1 month short of 10 years at Going Eagles. Now, no trophies, no Champions League football. That can change after today's episode. It was 5 years ago where we were at last game of the season. We absolutely blew the chance of finishing in the Champions League. Today, we've got chance of redemption. It's in our hands. 2 games to go. Let's see if we can nail Champions League football. Tactical tweak as well. We're now lost the centre forward and we've put him in front of the back three as a register and it is looking pretty good. All right, guys, let's get into it. End of season, 10 years in charge, whichever one it is. Let's go. All right, everybody, so here we are. By the way, I've just realised one of my idols from the 90s is the manager of PEC Zwolle, who did actually sack Manuel Neuer at the start of the season. We are in third. I thought we were actually in a title race. We actually went top of the league. Jesus, we were top of the league for a fair few weeks. I didn't realise we were top of the league for as long as that. But there you go. And we had a little bit, as you could see, a little bit of a drop-off. So we drew here a couple of games, which then meant Ajax went above us. But then since then, we did rack up a couple of wins. To be fair, there's a lot of European games in there. And then we had that horrendous run. So over the last few weeks, we've just changed it. 5-3-2 from there. And we're undefeated. Really disappointing draw in the last game, as FM does. Likes to suck you back in. But we're a little bit more solid defensively. Has there been any transfers? Because I've kind of picked this game up. Yes, there has. One in January. By the way, I've got a new face pack. If you're interested in the face pack, I did a video on it earlier on the week. 20,000 face packs. There you go. Uros Kulsa, 20 million, 20 years old, Slovenian, now international. He's had an absolute stink bomb for us, but £3 million we paid for him. I think a really good deal. Any outs? Just one. Univar has gone for 4.2 million, was absolutely kicking up a stink. He's nearly tripled his wages, so GG, man. He has tripled his wages, because he was on about 8 grand with me. So he's happy with that. He wasn't playing. Isn't playing for them either, which is funny. Finances-wise as well, only 5 million in the bank, but look at our transfer budget. I'm a little bit worried that our minimum is 6.06. I'm fingers crossed we get Champions League football today, and that will boost our coffers a little bit more. I think the time has also come. We've got a few people transfer listed. So Tij Den Bogende has been transfer listed, and a couple of clubs, including Atletico Madrid, came in for him, but just didn't offer what we wanted. We paid 11.5. He's worth about, it says he's worth 20. I think he was up to 20 and we just asked for 20. We'll probably let him go. He's actually coming to a little bit of form recently. 4 goals in his last 5 games. So I'm hoping that he'll stay and just be a little bit of a bit part for us. Signorelli seems to prefer this 2-man up front instead of the 3. He's had a good season. 19 goals. 15 assists, so plenty of goals. Maybe not enough goals in the Eredivisie, only 12 in 27, but he has been playing on that right-hand side. A decision has to be made for him. He's got 2 years left on his deal this summer. I think this summer where he either signs a new contract or we sell him on, especially at this value here, 56 to 66 million pounds. So, performance-wise, Lazao, leading goal scorer on his own. Walker Lazao, not bad for £275,000. It was a free kind of one where we were getting him on a free anyway and we did the deal early. But tremendous business from us. So they're the goal scorers. Bogende, Riversio's done all okay. I tell you who has been great. Muzambo has had a really good season playing in midfield. So this is how we are kind of lining up at the moment. It is looking like this. So the similar tactic, we're playing a target forward and an advance forward, box to box, and a centre midfield on attack. But instead of having another striker, we're now playing Bazatic. We'll probably get a different player in there. We have got TXO Lema. We've just kind of had a little... to be fair, injuries has been a little bit of a killer this year. We've had numerous players. We've also got as well Rodriguez. Because we haven't won a cup, that was it. Bogende and Rodriguez both are unhappy because we didn't win a cup, even though at the time we were still in Europe and our European journey was ended in the last 16 by AZ Alkmaar, a team that were third for a long way away. We have done really well to actually catch up with them because at one point they were about 10 points clear of us in third place, and their form with their European journey has absolutely defeat, and a draw. That's their last few games in the Eredivisie, so their form has absolutely fallen off a cliff. And it was just disappointing that I think we were in the mid-run of that little bit of a disappointing run. Where is it? Here. drew 2-2, and then we lost 2-1. They scored in the 89th minute to take it into extra time, and we were absolutely dead on our feet. We've just struggled a little bit in squad depth when we've had a few injuries, and because of the Europa League rules, we haven't got many players good enough that have trained at the club. So that means that we're only been able to register 22 players instead of the 25, and that's a little bit of an issue for us because the players that are coming through at the moment just aren't good enough. Right, Rakovic was going to be a little bit of our cup keeper, but we've just gone for the season. We've just gone with Jovovic, who has done actually really well, 7.09. Less goals conceded than games, so that's good. Happy for him to be the number one. I think you kind of get away with it. It would be nice if we could call up a number 2 that is trained at the club. I think I'm just going to do that regardless next season and just have our number 2, because our other 2 keepers are leaving and retiring, so we need our number 2 goalkeeper to be trained at the club. Right, Riches, who has also had a very good season for us. Not England international yet, but he might not be far off because he's done tremendously well. He is actually injured. So what we are going to do is we're going to bring Lehman, the midfielder, in. He can go into there, play as the register. We no longer have a sweeper. We just have Letkovic in there. And the idea is that obviously the libero and the register was maybe a little bit of an overkill in that central, sort of like that deeper central area. So we've just gone Letkovic, and he's come in once again and headed it and kicked it and done okay. Like his technicals, we will look at trying to strengthen the centre back area. I think keeping a 3 at the back is the way we're going to go for this save. I do enjoy it. It's my favourite. The new series, which will start after this, will be like a bit of a 4-2-3-1 anyway. So I really want to keep this system for the duration. Obviously, we got tweaks. We can play with wide players, but having a 3 at the back, I think, is the way to go. So we'll keep kind of Letkovic. We may change that to a ball-playing defender on cover, but I do like it, just him being simple, and then players like Williams, who's really good at dribbling, and players like Bazic can then kick on. We've also got this dude, who is our right wing-back, who we signed in the summer. I've kind of played him out on the wide areas, and he's not really delivered. I think what I am actually going to do, we're going to change it round. We're going to bring him back into where I got him for, the wide centre-back role. And we're going to bring Rodriguez in, who I've not played very much. Well, he's a good-looking dude with a new face pack. He's not actually played that much. Look, unused sub since he kicked off. I've just had him out, but I feel like I want him back in the squad. 6 assists as well in his game, so miles better going forward than the others. A potential, he's transfer listed. He's wanted by Ajax, £15 million. I think that's his release clause, so we'll see, but just for now, let's get over the line. We might even be able to nail Champions League football before the end of the season, which would be good. But knowing our luck and knowing what happens in this save, we will probably lose this game. A win takes us into the Europa Conference League, so it must be really tight. I tell you what, I never actually even checked. I never checked, which I'm going to do now. Where does the 3rd place take us? Does it take us like into the 3rd qualifying path? So that's going to be something that we're going to have to move. So we're not even guaranteed Champions League football, really. It's not Champions League football, is it? Until we get to the group stage, I suppose. In particular, if you're in the Eredivisie. I think if you're playing in like the Welsh League, Champions League football is Champions League football, the qualifiers. But we need to be nailing, for that money-wise, that money we need to be getting. Are they going to score here? No, we're cleared. We need to be getting group stage football. Right, Signorelli, Lazao, Lima goes for a long one. That's his register. Magbunu, Muzambo, back to Lima, Costa, Muzambo again. Some names in this squad. I'm going to have to change these names. Costa, Bazic is good football from us again. I thought a little switch to the left might have been in. We've gone back out to the right to Rodriguez. Brought back in. Muzambo's in. He's at the post. That's a big chance. Lovely little move. Tremendous move, but it stays 0-0. To be fair, we've actually got the basis of a very, very young squad. So, if I can get Signorelli to sign a new deal, here he is, by the way. Oh, big chance, missed. If he could sign to a new deal, then going forward, we're absolutely golden because a lot of these players are like under 25. PSV have had a little bit of a nightmare again and are way off the pace. So obviously they're having problems as a club because that's been the last few years that they've struggled. Right, start the second half. Can we nick probably a deserved lead? Vandenberg steps in. Heinsohn. They're in. Shralam. Keeper's nowhere to be seen. And that was a tremendous block by Bazic. He's been wanted as well by Atletico Madrid, but they're just putting really bad offers in. That's a fucking great save. That's a great save. Are we hanging on a little bit here at the start of the second half? Get their goalkeeper. He's finally caught it. Right. Let's berate. Jim. Good header. Can we break? I think we are gonna. Williams. Good at moving forward. Costa. What's he got in front of him? He's found Muzambo. Out to Rodriguez. We do switch the play. Move the play across. That might be a penalty, referee. No. Right. Is there a break against us? It looks like there is, you know. Reina. Just as it looked like it was going to be our highlight, boys. Sambo down this right-hand side. Mazzano. Sambo. Goalkeeper. Dear me. We've survived. Have we survived? I think we have. Right, long throw. Get the seconds. Costa. We're going to look at making some changes soon, I think. Schramm. He's in. Dal's in. He's put it wide. Right. Another highlight. It has been a busy first 10 minutes of this second half. Right, Mbongo. Williams. Lima. Costa. We do move it so well. We just need that end product. Signorelli was in there. They're going to break on us again. Every phase of this second half has started with us having it. A half chance. We've lost it. And then they build an attack against us. But Rodriguez has nicked it this time. Let's have some quality. So I've put you back in. He's lost the bloody ball. We've won it again. Turner, this is an awful game of football, but we've bloody scored. That's all that matters. Get in. 1-0 Eagles. Muzambo has put it into the back of the net. What an awful start to the second half, despite us actually being 1-0 in front. And there's a highlight straight away. That's brilliant. Signorelli's done very well. Rodriguez. He finds Muzambo, square it. Luzao, who was probably going to come off because he was on a 6.7, has put it into the back of the net. We've scored 2 goals in, a minute? And it is 2-0. Signorelli, nice little move. Rodriguez involved again. Finds the run of Muzambo. A goal and assist for Muzambo and Luzao. Easiest of tap-ins. It's 2-0. And we've managed to turn it round in our favour, despite not being much in the games. Well, are a decent side. They're away from relegation, a long way from relegation by the looks of it. The Test look like they're going down. And Herenveen, which is interesting because they were always up and around that 6th and 7th spot. Right, Williams, Costa. We have got some good technical footballers, especially in that middle of midfield. They've scored. It's 2-1. I was just about to say we've got some really good technical players, then we gave the ball away. Costa there, that's really poor, especially with his technique. Williams steps in, misses it, and then they've scored. Right, we're going to do a change. We're going to bring on Ravizio, and we're also going to bring on Bugende, who does like a little bit of action from the bench. Fofana has actually come on at times as well, done pretty well. I think what we do need to have is a real aggressive 8 in there. Costa's more of a playmaker. Malambo's the playmaker. That is way offside, surely. We just need to settle down a little bit here, boys. Let's do a couple of little changes as well. We've played poor. 6.8, 6.8, 6.6. Let's get Lorenz on and Buliza, and let's put it on to positive, and let's demand a little bit more. We've got to see this game out. Ravizio, the Italian. That was a free kick, referee. Williams steps in. Every little pass, we've got it back. But every little 50-50 just goes in their favour at the moment, which worries me. Can we seal it? Ravizio, square it. Should have played it on the floor, and now they're breaking against us. Oh, dear God. It's 2v1. Wide. Dear me. Right, let's bring them back. Full back on support. That'll do. Leave the 2 up front so we have a counter-attacking opportunity. This is getting us Champions League football. I've just seen, boys, this is getting us Champions League football. Lorenz. Milambo. Ravizio. Bugende. Buliza. Malambo. No. This is getting us Champions League football. We're 4 points clear by the looks of that. There we go. We've done it. I think we've actually done it. There we go. We have done it. 4 points clear. A game to go. Look at our goal difference as well. 32. We're up there. We're a good football team, I think. Only 60 feet all season. 3 of those at home. Feyenoord, AZ, Ajax. Feyenoord and Ajax. So we're beating everyone around us pretty much. There's just that Cambo game. They've taken 4 points off us this year. There we go. So that's kept one happy. Bazacic is no longer because we've managed to get European football. I just wonder if Champions League football, that will just mean a few of the players stay happy. So let's play the last game, get the kind of the end of season stuff out of the way, then we'll see. There is our youth intake as well. Not the greatest, but Ryan Marchik is in. 6'2". Like, is he going to be... He's got 5 years development, but is he going to be absolutely world class? Absolutely not. Luke DeVos as well, average. We need someone to come through that youth system. That's why we really need that goalkeeper. Like, any of these, I'm literally going to probably have to have one of these as my number 2 next year. Not him, because he's a right back. To give us to just really give us the opportunity to have an extra player in terms of in the Champions League squad. We do have a 1-star 16-year-old there. Okay. We just play them, maybe that do it, and hopefully the goalkeeper don't get injured. That's what we might have to do. And here we go, boys. We've finished the season in style. A 4-1 win. Signorelli opening the scoring. Lovely finish from him. Lima into Lazao for the second. Out to Rodriguez. Signorelli. No, it's actually Lazao. These two could be hot for us next year. Lazao and Signorelli up front. And then we've got that young Slovenian. We've got Rivasau, the Italian. Lazao's in again, look. Absolute wallop. We just need to get Signorelli to sign a new deal. They did score a consolation. Nice little tap-in. Nice little FM tap-in. And then a free kick. Costa delivering deep. Williams rises. Poor goalkeeping. So we've finished the season in third. Our best ever finish in terms of points. Games won. Goal difference. The lot. I just need Signorelli to sign a new deal. I just need him to sign a new deal. I think we go with him maybe and just hope a year left on his deal. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments what we do. I'm going to speed on just a little bit longer just to get the season out of the way in terms of the playoffs, just to see if anything changes that rise when everything kind of sinks in FM-wise. Disappointingly, they've not actually increased our transfer budget, bearing in mind that I'd already got 18 million in the bank through sales, and then I wanted them to top it up because we've been given Champions League football. They've not done that. Little bit disappointing. So we'll spend their money on the background in terms of improving facilities and stuff. Is there anything else? Is there any Signorelli? I want to stay. No, there's nothing. Oh, right. Nothing there for Signorelli. Let's just have a little chat. Come on. Come on. Do we chat with the agent? No, he's not happy. He's not happy. He's not happy. Right. Okay, we got a year. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe even January, I don't know. We might have to sell him in January. Oh, I feel like if I want to build something, we've got to stop selling our best assets when we don't necessarily need to. And just with the age profile of our squad, Signorelli 20. We've got 2 dudes. Our only 2 players over 30 are the 2 goalies. Fofana is likely to stay, but then there's players like Letkovic and Buliza that are 28, and they're both likely to leave in the summer as well, which means Bazacic will be our oldest player at the current age of 27. So we've built something really good. I don't want to spoil it. I feel like we need to just carry on building, trying to keep hold of our best assets. His new deal, by the way, is going to have to be big, but we could probably afford to at least double his wages. What wages have we got left to spend? 19,000. Of course we have. They need to give us a little bit more. Fingers crossed we get into Champions League, though. Group stage. And then we'll be cooking, won't we? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Next episode will be the start of season... What we need? Season 10, is it called? Yeah, I think it's called Season 10. Season 11. Which one is it? Season 10. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for still continuing and supporting this series. I'm really enjoying it once again. So, yeah, we'll see where we're at. Start of a new decade. Champions League football. Cheers. See you later.